And in the tantric application of what we were saying in terms of like energy manipulation, because the astral realm too and all that shit has to do with thought. And your thought to a certain degree depends on the degree of your nervous tension. So your memory, for example, depends on the degree of your relaxation and how less stressed you are. So the more relaxed you are, the more improved your memory is going to be. There's degrees to relaxation. So when you take relaxations to the higher degrees by using these meditation techniques, you start to experience more mental adaptability in space. This is the whole point of the whole esoteric tradition and lodges and Rosicrucians, and they put you through just mental exercise. So this simple exercise will heal a lot of people's issues and also teach you energy manipulation. All right. So the tantric application in this situation, where you have somebody, a magician that's male, and you are, a magician that's female, and you guys are into manifestation. You want to manifest something or whatever. Like I told you, the first things first, both minds have to be one. So, you guys have to dig each other physically, first of all. You have to want to fuck the shit out of each other. Just looking at each other. The attraction has to be there physically, then it goes up higher. So after that, then you have to understand what you're doing. Agree to sit down, go over the techniques, agree and understand exactly, what you guys going to be doing, how you're going to be doing it. And, this takes experience of somebody well-versed in the technique. And it's pretty easy. It's not, it's not none super duper. But I'm just saying, these intricate details sometimes could be the difference between somebody's ritual working and somebody's ritual not working. You know what I mean? So, once it involves two people, it's two minds now. And both minds have to be bound towards a code, or else if there's any kind of deviation that's not curtailed from a code, then it may disrupt the eventual product. You know what I mean? So both of y'all have to be fully in tune, fully in trust. So, so if it's a motherfucker that, you're not married to the motherfucker, you just meet to do magical shit, that you have to know, okay, this what it is, this what it is. It's full understanding, full trust and sacredness, between both of y'all, based on the understanding that you develop. So, once that bond, because that assurance that both of you have with each other is also an ingredient to your magic. It's not just the physical things you put together. We're trying to get a lot of people to leave the physical things and start focusing on some of the mental and some of the hidden attributes of existence. So some things that you can't see carry more weight than some things that you can see. So, to be able to shift that focus, it requires an active use of your attention. It's not just going to happen by mistake. This is where the practice comes in. So once both of y'all in that state, then you reduce your thought to a diagram using the advanced techniques of digitization. So, you just write 1 to 9, then A, B, C, D, you stop at 9, you start back in A, then write, till you write the whole alphabet. Then you write your intentions, exactly what you feel you want to do. I'm not going to go into detail here because that's not what I'm teaching, but I'm just trying to talk about it. And once you write it out, you digitize it. So you go to the number system, and if it falls under 9, so everything has a number, then you pull up the Khmer table, and you put the number Khmer table, and you get yourself a diagram, a sigil, and use that sigil during your the work that you're doing with your partner, which is the manifestation, intimate manifestation session that you're doing with your partner. So you use that sigil, so you put that sigil where both of y'all can see it, and while in the act while in the process, because you have to raise, first of all, you have to raise your nervous system pleasure thresholds to a very high level. So just do get your freak on, but it's controlled, so you can't just end it before you even start it. It's controlled. Both of you have to know your level. You know what I mean? But you raise it to the highest level. If you get to the point where you feel you have to stop. It's a ritual, it's enjoyment. You have to learn to do things for the enjoyment and not for the eventual climax. So climax is not the enjoyment. The enjoyment is the enjoyment within the thing. So you prolong it as long as possible, even if you have to take pauses. All right. So it's a huge element of Tantra is about energy manipulation. So just imagine a hot coal, a red coal, but you're trying to get it to flame. So you fan it. So that's what you're doing. You fan it, but you can't fan it all the time. So you stop and let the flame go up, and if it go down again, you fan it again. So that's what you're doing. You know what I mean? So your levels get to a higher level. So if any one of y'all is lower, usually it's the man. So you have a little more patience till you get to your level. So you stop if you got to stop. True advanced magician go with you because his nervous system is already trained. So you reduce that, whatever your intentions you have, to a sigil format. And when your energy is raised to the high level, then you stare at it. You stare at it, and you combine the feel of what you're doing, how good it feels, with the obsession of staring at that image. So this takes practice also. Until you're trying to tap into your primal animal reptilian brain. Okay, that's where your superpowers is. You ever wondered why animals could do superpower shit? Like a cat could jump on a wall 4 times its height. An ant could pull some shit 50 times its weight. You know what I mean? Animals have these things that they do. You know what I mean? And we just just kind of, but it's the nerves. That's the difference. So anyway, you raise your nerves to a point where it's so pleasurable that you merge the good feeling with you staring at your sigil, and you do that. You prolong. The second thing you have to bear in mind is the prolonging. All right, so it has to last. Because you're trying to raise the energy to as high as you can. Let it dip, raise it to as high as you can, let it dip. So, and all the time you're focused on this image, which is a sigilized form of your idea that you wrote out, sigiled in the energy of the particular planet, using the proper table. All right. So you stare at the thought form at the time of sex as you enjoy the feel, and visualize your dream along with your enjoyment. So not only are you staring at this sigil image, but in flash, your mental flashes, you're seeing the thing that you put in that image. If it's like a house or whatever, like some money, you see it. This is where the practice of sitting still and working with your mind comes in, because a lot of people say they want to visualize till it's time to visualize. Then they be like, oh, my tools ain't sharp. You know what I mean? You got to have the tools to do the job. So if your manifestation tools ain't sharp, then you can't manifest. So this is where the mental exercises come in, because that's the world you live. You live in a manifestation world. Okay? So why you think all these wealthy people, everyone you read, they say he's in a secret society. Everyone, all these great people, presidents, every one of them go join these. Go and there's Google now. So just go read about them. What do they do in there? They do mental exercise. All right. So you can't say you're a grand goddess, super witch, kundalini shifter. You can't say you're super wizard, is it more super duper whatever. If you have not learned how to even relax your own goddamn muscles with your own mind. If you can't give your physical body a command and it obey it, you is not no motherfucking what you say you is, nigga. You still got work to do. We all got work to do to different degrees. But I'm trying to tell you what the shit mean. And you know what it really mean, as opposed to what a lot of the images, you know, is saying. So when you look at the whole chakra system, it has to do with what we're talking about. So when you start relaxing these muscles, starting from your pelvis, once you mastered that, now you can now keep that place calm, like a calm river, because it's mental. Then you find out that tension that used to be there is shifting up now. You can feel it in your gut. This takes serious mental understanding of yourself. You're not going to notice till you do this. Trust me, man. This is what the fucking colors mean. It's not. And when you start, it has effects on your mind as you progressing with the relaxation. It has effects on your mind too. Okay, if you get to the head, when you get to your head, if you're able to get to your head where your mind is in your body and relax, and you're able to calm your inner nerves and tissues down mentally to the point you know there's no tension in any part of your muscles, you're going to find out that your mental concentration focuses. You feel something right in the middle of both of your eyes, and your entire head feels like you're wearing a hat. Okay, so that's what the halo mean. And it's energy manipulation that has to do with relaxation of muscular tension. You can't manipulate energy if your muscles have even a small degree of tension. Okay, tension is distraction buried in your tissue. All right? So that's the tantric thing. So at the point of orgasm, right, and there's greater, advanced, more techniques of this shit, okay, based on what time of the month the woman is, if you understand what I'm saying. So we're not going to get into all that. But at the point, on a normal day, at the point where finally both of y'all decide, okay, let's conclude, you know, it'll be best if you time it well. Better if she not first, and then you come afterwards, right? So, but try to get it on the sigil, right? So, you know, if you want, you could just, you know, do your thing, whatever, and just use the sigil paper to wipe, you know, both of yourselves off. But get it on the diagram by all means. After that, burn it, all right? Burn it in a ceramic bowl. Take it to the front of your house, spill ashes in front of your house. Finally, and the most important part of any ritual that you do, forget about it completely. Forget about it completely. Anything that's going to make you remember what you even did, dispose of it. Okay, the disposal of the materials of the ritual is something I won't give away. I don't give away everything publicly. There's also other aspects of it that is not just that, but you get the idea. All right. So usually people know how to reach me, you know what I mean, in situations like that. So finally,